Today, I'm just going to be showing you guys pretty much a breakdown on how to make your first earnings in Fortnite. You know, there's tons of ways to do this, obviously. The one I'm going to be looking at today is definitely the Solo Victory Cash Cup Finals. You know, these are probably the best and easiest way for casual players and pro players to just make earnings. You know, you're able to queue up every single time they go live. The first open qualifier, I believe, is top 7,500 to qualify. And once you do that, you go into the second round where all you have to do is win a game and you can make money. So what better video to show you guys than actually a world record 41 kill win. I would show you guys a win of my own or some gameplay, but unfortunately I haven't made it around to the Solo Victory Cash Cups this season. But yeah, we're just gonna be watching a Peterbot vid, and we're gonna break this down and kind of just analyze it and see what he does in order to make his earnings. Maybe a lot different than what some of you guys will do, but we'll jump into that. We can see that Peter decides to land Grim Gates. So Grim Gate is actually one of the best POIs in the game right now, maybe of all time. All right, looking over at Grim Gate, you can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 God chests. And that is just alone God chests that pretty much spawn every single game. Well, they do spawn every game. They're 100% chest rate. The rest of the POI has a lot of chests as well. Gold highlighted ones are ones that spawn 100% of the time, which I actually just found out. The chests are great here, and the medallion that you get is actually the dash medallion, and you also get one of the best shotguns in the game right now. You get the mythic shotgun. You guys will see some gameplay here from Peterbot of him using it. And you know, I would suggest for, you know, higher level players to probably land here, just because the reward is so high, and once you get into the finals, aren't too many players that try to go for it, and the ones that do are kind of just trying to get in and out. They're just trying to play a game, hopefully luckily get a win, and then after that they're just hopping off. There are a lot of other drop spots that you guys can definitely land at if you just want to play it a lot safer. You don't need to go for the medallion right away. There's definitely tons of strategies in order for you to win a game without the medallion. All right, so we're seeing Peter hold a DMR and the shotgun. The reason for this is probably just because he can start off a lot of fights with huge tags like he just did. He hit that guy 114, I believe it was, and then he just dashed into his box afterwards and killed him. He gets the early damage, over aggresses so they can't heal, and then he just, you know, keeps going from there. The way that, you know, Peter plays these, he plays very over aggressive, just in order to get fights over with, just so he can drop a kill record, obviously. But I mean, this is just a great way in general to fight. In a lot of these situations, you're gonna see people run because these guys are trying to get their first earnings as well. You know, Peter's just running at them. But I mean, I think right now in Fortnite, this is definitely the best time for anybody to make earnings. So in a lot of these scenarios, you're just going to see him going for full clips. I mean, he's just trying to end fights, honestly. Peter's mechanics are pretty insane, so a lot of the things you're watching here, you're not going to instantly be able to implement into your gameplay. But you can definitely pick up and, you know, just notice small things, like right there, how instead of just running into the wall after he hit him hard, he put a wall in between because he knew the guy would try to counter damage. Just small things like that. You can always learn from watching people who are really good at fighting. You can learn from every single situation in Fortnite. See, a lot of these guys are opening an edit. Peter has dash coins, so he's instantly running at it, taking it with the purple SMG, and then he's just, you know, insta-killing them with the shotgun. It's pretty much a two-tap. Now, some of you may be thinking like, okay, if Peter's in my game, what can I do to avoid a player like this? And the best thing I would probably say is just to get away from the green part of the map. The whole early to mid-game process is just, if you're not going to be fighting, it's just all going to be about setting yourself up for the end game, putting yourself in the best position to do that. And yeah, so it's just going to be making sure you have metal, because brick and wood are pretty easy to find on this map. Brick especially, you pretty much can find it in any POI, any area of the map. So having brick or having wood and metal are, you know, very important. You know, a lot of people wonder what your loadout should be in these Solo Victory Cups, and right here, Peterbot pretty much has the prime loadout. You're gonna want to have med kits. You're gonna want to have some sort of heal, being like a shield, and then you're gonna want to have floppers, because those. Oop, he almost died there. But the floppers cancel out the storm sickness at the end of the game. So once you're getting hit by it, you can actually out heal it with the floppers. So that's why everybody keeps them. And the only issue here in this situation is his Fizz is a slow heal. So he's not able to instantly heal. He has to play his metal boxes and hold. Right there, he only got 5 off. Where instead, if he had like a mini or something else, he would have got a few more. So this is where you need to be really good at counter damaging. A lot of players are just going to fold right here. They get hit 100 and it's done. Pretty much Peter right here, he's doing something he doesn't need to do. He's taking storm damage. Every little tick in these games matters so much. Tanking zone is not something you want to do, because if the player you're going against in the final 1v1 took 0 zone damage and you took a lot, then you are going to lose the heal off when you're playing medkits at the end. So going into end games, I think it's pretty important to usually have above 1,000 mats. I don't really have a set amount of materials for when I need to go for a refresh. So say I look down at my materials and I have like 500. I don't instantly think like, okay, once I go down to 250 mats, I need to look for a refresh. I think it's just while my materials are dwindling down over the end game, you're just actively thinking of where can I get the next refresh. Obviously, there's scenarios where you're going into the first moving with 200 mats and you instantly need a kill. So I guess you could say around 500 mats or less going into a first moving zone, you're gonna need to find a refresh within that first zone. I mean, this is the half here. Everyone's going up a hill, they're just dying. Peter's tanking a lot of zone damage, but because he's killing the entire lobby, it's probably not even gonna go to heal off. Yeah, so right here you can see he has 1,300 materials total going into the end game. I mean, he doesn't need to fight here, obviously, but he's just doing it just cuz. And you see on first moving, he goes up to isolate this guy on height to fight him. Dash coin allows you to do things like this. Solos, dead side is always just going to be very important. Learning how to conserve mats really well is super important as well. Just trying to put yourself in situations where you're not just burning mats. Being on backside zone, having a guy look at you like this guy is, and he's losing everything because of it. Max mats, I mean, he's not dying to materials. He has the best coin. The shotgun's amazing. So if you guys ever find yourself in these positions, you could play like this, or you could, you could play a little safer with this loadout and kind of just guarantee the wins. Going for height is really good with the medallion, and usually if you don't have a medallion, you can play lower layers. Honestly, it's all preference. I don't think there's any position in the game that is at a disadvantage. I think low ground's good in its own ways. I think mid ground has its advantages. I think height is really good in its own ways. It's just all a matter of when you do it or when you're going for them. And at this point in my career, I pretty much played every single layer. I've tested everything out, very strictly. Like I played where I only go low ground at times. I played where I only go height at times. I played where I only do mid ground. And that's probably the best advice I could give. They're all good in their own ways, so don't think any are better than the others. And certain metas cater towards certain layers being better, and it's just about knowing when that is. I'm a little nervous right here. This is for 41. I mean, he has the best in the game. It's pretty much unlosable. There it is, man. Pretty much a good summary of this video and how to make your first earnings. Always remember, just play confident. You're never gonna do anything in these games by being scared or having the most passive mindset. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna run into people who are more confident than you, who are gonna out aim you, who are gonna outsmart you. There's people that are gonna do everything. So you need to find confidence in your abilities. And at the end of the day, I know a lot of people get nervous because they take it so serious, but you really gotta find the enjoyment out of games like these and just try to have fun while you're doing it. Like, the best way to eliminate nerves is to just obviously back it with confidence, because when you're confident, you're less nervous. And just have fun. And remember, there's always gonna be another game that you can queue into. And try to play with just the learning mindset rather than the mindset of, oh my gosh, I need to make my earnings in this game. I need to win this tournament. Try to think of it more so as, okay, this is a tournament. I'm going to play it. I'm going to learn. Whatever happens, however it goes, I'm going to learn things out of this. And that's probably the best way you are going to improve in this game. That's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know it was a little bit sloppy the way I was kind of explaining things, obviously, because I was watching a Peterbot vid and he was just dropping a bunch of kills, and then I was telling you guys to play more passive in certain situations. So I think I could probably do a better in-depth video in the future. This was just a very general, just speak over, you know, the best way to make your first earnings. But yeah, guys, hope you did enjoy. Please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, thank you guys.